What's the favorite memory from working with Justin?
My favorite moment of working with Justin is not like the stage or the accolades. It was backstage moments. It was laughing together. It was watching him do Make-A-Wish grants when no one knew he was doing it. It was when all the noise is gone and all the people talking in both of our ears and all the, all the stuff that, has come into our lives when it's just us, like those moments. Those are the ones I cherish the most. And that's why we'll always have a special relationship, because we created something very special together. And he is one of the most talented people I've ever met in my life, but also one of the bravest people I've ever met in my life to be able to do that through his adolescence and then to transition into adulthood and become the man he's become. And I think I'm always proud of him.
What's the biggest challenge that you see in the incredible scaling trajectory of the people that you work with? When you look at Justin when you started, and then many others when you start, and then where they are today, what is the challenge?
I'll think of Ariana because I just saw her yesterday for dinner. And I'm only just using her as an example. I mean, this is someone who lost someone she loved. This is someone who had a very public breakup multiple times. This is someone who then had to live through a terrorist attack at her own show. And this is someone who had to grow up in the public eye as a child and came from a home with two parents who weren't together, and, is one of the most talented people ever. And she and I talked about it yesterday. One of the reasons why she feels so much is because I think when people are that talented, I mean, she can impersonate anybody. She feels everything. She's a true empath. And I think the world can become very scary for someone who feels everything, especially when there's so much of a spotlight on the world back on you. And I think we live in this world where everyone gets 140 characters and truth doesn't really matter. Someone gets a little momentum with the story and it just starts to go. And I think having to work with people in that situation and have them at a very young age have to learn that bravery is, one, inspiring, but also it's hard to navigate at times. And I was a kid. You have to understand, I was your age when I discovered Justin.
Wow.
I was 25. And I was, in my 20s when I discovered Ariana. So it's like...
How did you discover Ariana?
She sang a cover of Justin's called Die in Your Arms. I saw it on YouTube and I was like, why is Nickelodeon not signing this girl? And that she was at Universal, had done the deal, and I was like, I need to work with this girl. And I found out she was actually trying to reach me, but no one told me. So I reached out. They were like, we've been trying to reach you. And she actually sang Die in Your Arms, hoping to get my attention.
Wow.
But yeah, I think people don't realize that these are human beings having a human experience, and these are extraordinary times, where social media is putting such a highlight on them, and mental health is a real thing. I think Surgeon General of the United States said the number one killer in the U.S. right now is depression, and it's mostly with young people. So I think I was a kid when I was going through this, and I wish, you talk about mistakes, like I wish I understood more about mental health at that young age. And I wish I would have got the people I worked with more help, but I didn't know, and I didn't come from a family who had therapy. And I think when you ask me the struggles and the things that I've witnessed, it's the same thing we're discussing. The biggest struggles in life aren't getting on that stage, or how do I make another hit song, or how do I build a VC, or how do I build a company. It's how do I get through the suffering of the human experience.